Throughout their decades-long history of making Doctor Who figures, Character Options have released a lot of Dalek sets. In fact, we covered the complete list of them in a previous video. However, of all the sets Character Options has produced, there is one that stands out as one of the strangest decisions for a set that the company has come up with so far. Today we are talking about the strange case of the Dalek Collector's Set number 2. Originally released in 2009, the Dalek Collector's Set number 2 was a sequel to the earlier 2008 release of Dalek Collector's Set number 1, more on that later, and was one of Character Options' earliest classic Doctor Who Dalek figure releases. These collector's sets were designed to be centerpieces of a collection, containing types of Daleks that are particularly notable, popular, or iconic. It is somewhat baffling then that Character Options chose 3 particularly niche Daleks to include in the Collector's Set number 2. A Saucer Commander from the Dalek Invasion of Earth, which is seen a handful of times in the first few parts of that story, an Emperor's Guard from the Evil of the Daleks, which is only seen at the end of the story, and the Gold Supreme Dalek from Frontier in Space and Day of the Daleks, which is hardly the most popular Supreme Dalek design by any means. Compared to the first Dalek Collector's set, which contained 3 of the most iconic Dalek designs in Classic Who, a silver 60s drone from the Daleks, the gold and black Supreme from Planet of the Daleks, and a grey drone from Genesis of the Daleks, Collector's Set number 2's range of Daleks seems quite lackluster. It seems more like they packaged 3 Dalek designs that they thought wouldn't sell well on their own into one box set, and even this didn't seem to help. Collector's Set number 2 didn't sell anywhere near as well as its predecessor, and as a result the price sharply dropped not long after its release. Even a re-release of this set didn't help, and it wasn't long before you could find this set available for less than £20. Great for customs and army building, but hardly fitting of the second classic Dalek Collector's set. There's something aesthetically off about this set as well. 2 black-domed silver Daleks packaged alongside a gold classic Dalek on a red and yellow background just doesn't look right, especially not alongside Collector's Set number 1. Ironically, nowadays, Set 2 actually contains the rarer Daleks. Set 1's sharp increase in value over Set 2 was largely due to the presence of the Planet of the Daleks Supreme, but this has since been re-released in the History of the Daleks range, as has the Silver 60s Dalek, the Genesis Drone, the Emperor's Guard, and the Day of the Dalek Supreme. However, Set 2's Saucer Pilot has not yet been re-released, and the Day of the Dalek Supreme featured in Set 2 has an incorrect black neck mesh coloration that the newer release corrected, making the Collector's Set version an increasingly rare variant. So ironically, despite its flaws, the Dalek Collector's Set number 2 is still sought after by Dalek fans, at least until Character Options re-releases the Saucer Pilot figure. Sadly, however, it would seem that the poor reception of the Dalek Collector's Set number 2 meant that no other sets of this kind were made. Perhaps that was always the plan. After all, Character Options did immediately segue into their classic Dalek Story 4 packs following the release of these sets, but it seems like there should have been more of these display-focused 3 packs featuring other Dalek designs. Nonetheless, we later got a spiritual successor to these sets in the History of the Daleks range. What do you think? Which Character Options Dalek figure set is your least favourite? Do you have the Dalek Collector's Set number 2? And do you think Character Options should have continued making these 3 packs? Let me know in the comments below.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to
Dalek Bumps.